To all my black entrepreneurs, we gotta do better, y'all. So tune in to the EntrepreNUBIANS Podcast, where we help build better black businesses.
Hey. Welcome back to the EntrepreNUBIANS Podcast with me, your girl, Tiffany Nicole, and that is Lash Trace.
What up?
And we are here still with Miss Suzann Christine, and we are going to get into some tricks, tips, and resources about the business aspect of being in the music industry. So what you got for us, Sue?
Well, I think the first couple of tips that I would give for any particular artist that is really serious, like first you making that decision that you want to be serious about, pursuing a music career. Mm-hmm. Everything happens because you made a decision first. So you first have to make that choice. Once you make the choice, you have to really believe in that choice wholeheartedly. You can't want to say you want to do something and as soon as you hit your first, second, third, and fourth obstacle, you want to stop. Mm-hmm. So my tip would definitely to be, whatever it is that's going to help you, maintain the belief in self. Whatever it is you need to do it. The other thing is, another tip is to know that you're going to have to make investments into yourself. This is just like any other business. If you're going to start a barbershop, you have to find the funding to first get the building that you want to have your barbershop at. Even if you're doing it in the crib, you have to turn a part of your crib into the barbershop. You have to get the chairs. You have to get, your capes and your clippers. You have to get all these particular things in order to start the business. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be the same thing when it comes to stepping into the music business. It's like, okay, don't forget, it has the word business behind it. It is a industry. So you're going to have to therefore make tons of investments, and it never stops. It's an ongoing thing. So you got to come with bread. So maybe in the beginning, I know for me, I quit my job to do music, but I had money stacked up and I made a sacrifice not to get the house that I could have gotten, you know what I mean? And chose to stay home instead and constantly invest into my business as opposed to, I'm going to get the crib, so, but I had money stashed, you understand? So, and I understood money as well. So I would definitely give the tips of just, remember that you need to invest into yourself after you fully believe. Build relationships. Relationships are going to be everything in this game, just like it is in any particular game. There's lots of politics in every industry, so it's going to be politics in the music business. Mm-hmm. So if you don't know who, some people are going to want to potentially help you, and you might be thinking, I want to get a manager, right away. You don't need a manager right away. I'll never forget, early on, I knew somebody who wanted to do some things. And he told me, he said, Suzann, you got a lot of potential. You could sing, you could songwrite, you could do some things. But I hadn't really done a lot at that point. Didn't really do a lot. Didn't have like a lot of shows. It's nothing like that. And he said, this
must have been a long time ago. Yeah, this is
the beginning. This is the beginning. And so he said, he was like, you have to have something to manage. Mm-hmm. So what do you have going on? So when I finally brought people on board to help me out later on later on, in the career, I already had done stuff. I, had things that I already made happen for myself. Mm-hmm. People want to work with people who work for themselves. You do not want to just lean on your manager to make things happen. Now, they should make things happen, but you want to do things for yourself first, build your own relationships, build your own connections, and then you bring people on board who, work with you. I want to do that. Those are the tips for now.
Ooh,
right.
Those are some good ones. Now, what you said about not buying a house, making the decision to not buy a house had to be tough because, peer pressure, family pressure, pressure from your whoever, just society will make you feel like, well, I need to buy this house. But why do I need to fall into this societal norm and get a house, and which is going to totally throw off, you know, the course that I'm on for my artistry and my business.
Right. It's gonna mess her bag up. She had some stash.
Right.
Then she had to keep for her business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's you know, it's just crazy that, you know, that's a really tough decision that a lot of artists have to make. You know, worrying about what other people think and moving according to what other people think. So I'm glad you mentioned that.
That is the truth. You know, because it's like I have friends who they have everything that, you know, the normal society has. Their house, kids, dogs, you know, the American dream.
Right.
But then they'll also be like, you know, I wish I had a dream.
Right.
You know, like I wish I had like your passion for your music is so amazing to me. Right. You know, I wish I had something that just would just drive me to keep doing something that I love for myself, you know, that really makes me happy. So there's a difference, you know what I mean, from the person who, I could have been that person. I could have been married by now, you know, I could have had the house and everything. I mean, regular stuff. But, you know, for me, I had to choose me because I felt like I was always making everybody else happy. That's how I felt I was living. I was living I'm going to go to college.
That's how we all live.
I'm going to get honors. I'm going to do everything that I think my parents want me to do. You know what I mean? And sometimes it don't even be that. It's just a made up thing in your mind. Like, oh, my parents want me to be this, you know?
Right.
And, you know, at some point I was so miserable working, you know, at my job that I had to choose me. And I keep choosing me. At this point, I just keep choosing myself over and over again, because if I don't choose me, there will be no me.
Right.
There you go.
That's right.
You know, there's no me if I don't choose me. So I have to choose me. And, you know, it might seem selfish. It might seem, I don't know, but it's like, this is me.
I think that's a necessary attitude for an artist.
For anybody.
Artist. Yeah.
People, period.
Yeah.
Because people always are trying to live up to everybody else's stuff all the time. It's like, that's how we're raised. We're raised in a society to follow this path. And the moment you step off of it, it's like, oh, what's wrong with her? Like, what's she doing? Like, people are scared to fail, so that's why they don't jump out. It's like, it takes a lot.
I lost a lot of friends there.
Yeah.
I just met up with somebody from my college recently, and I just was like, you know, I don't really talk to none of y'all no more. Like, like, because I've evolved into like something just totally different than who I was when I was with them.
Right.
Yep.
And I think that they don't accept me. That's how I mean, I could be wrong. That's just what I think.
Right.
It's like, well, y'all don't really accept me, you know, for who I really am. So, you know, I know the group chat that y'all have, I'm not in that joint, you know, because, and everybody has already made up in their mind, I'm too busy for them. So it's like, okay, y'all made it up that I'm too busy, and that's why y'all don't invite me to stuff. Y'all don't, you know, I don't talk to y'all. Y'all on this path. I'm over here, and I'm doing this, and whatever conception that y'all made up is there, and that's what, you know. I'm like, I don't talk to y'all no more, but I'm really great. I was happy that, you know, he reached out because he was in town, you know, and I got a chance to see him. So, you know, I really appreciated that. But I'm like, the rest of everybody, I don't know what's going on. So you lose people in the journey.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose people, but you gain the right people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a weeding out process.
Yeah.
It is.
And everybody that you lose is not necessarily bad.
Yeah.
It just wasn't right for your situation.
Season and reason.
Exactly.
People around for seasons and reasons.
Seasons and reasons. That's it. And you know, because of my outlook on life, you know, I think that helps. It's like I know these things. So now it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think as you get older, you're more able to accept that. Because when you're younger, you want everybody to like you. You want to have all these friends.
Yeah.
As you get older, you realize all this friendship stuff is for the weak-hearted. Listen, I'm good. Because a lot of times people are there for a reason. Like, especially right now, they reach out to you now. Like, okay, I ain't talked to you in 20 years. What's up?
Yeah.
Like, I know you want something. What's up?
Yes.
Like, you know, so it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All righty. Well, that has been another great segment.
Yes.
And we're going to head on over to the book club.
Book club.
Yes.
Yeah, stay tuned, y'all. We'll be right back.